What's the biggest what the fuck gift you've ever received? One year I came home for Christmas and my mom had been asking me what I wanted for Christmas, and I told her I didn't want anything. I had everything I need, and not to get me anything. Well, come Christmas morning there were a number of gifts with my name on them. We always hand out all the gifts first, and we each had a pretty decent pile. We always start with the youngest, and go up, so I was like third or fourth in line, and everyone had pretty normal gifts, gloves, PJs, usual winter gift stuff. My turn comes up. I probably have maybe 8 or 9 small packages to open. I open the first one and it's a box of hamburger helper. I laughed and was like, oh thanks mom. And then I continue. After 3 boxes of hamburger/tuna helper there's a couple cans of Chef Boyardee and SpaghettiOs and I'm like, do you think I'm not eating or something? Or are you trying to kill me? What's with all the random food? Her response? No, I just felt bad that you didn't have anything to open on Christmas. You can go put those back in the cabinet when you're done. Thanks, mom. My uncle is notoriously cheap. One year he gave me a magazine that had Ichiro Suzuki on the cover. It was a free magazine, as it stated on the bottom of the cover. Another year he also gave me a free t-shirt he had gotten for running a race. Possibly the best was the birthday gift he gave my dad one year. A McDonald's Happy Meal toy. A co-worker of mine won a radio show contest where people were invited to describe the crappiest office gift they ever got. My friend was a secretary of a big company and her boss gave her a plastic bowl for Christmas. And it wasn't even a nice plastic bowl. The first time she put it in the microwave, it melted. She won the contest and got a $100 gift card to Outback Steakhouse. Her boss insisted she take him, since it was his crappy gift that caused her to win the contest. Take him then, and let him pay. One business lunch. Maybe not the most WTF, but at my old company, we had a secret Santa gift exchange. The manager drew my name, and gifted me a very clearly used Siddler. He proceeded to explain, in front of everyone, that though I would have more use for it, as he only ate real noodles. I don't work there anymore. An Egyptian pharaoh pen, when I was in middle school. It was all gold colored, and the pen barrel stuck out between his legs. Needless to say I was mocked mercilessly by my classmates for having this massive Egyptian dang pen. You should have said you got it from penisland.com. I have been disabled my entire life. It affects the footwear choices in my life. My mom has bought me dozens of pairs of slippers that I cannot wear. Sometimes multiple pairs per year. I have given up at this point. I just give them away. When I was a teen, before I moved out she also had given me embroidered dish towels with weird sayings. She also refuses to actually get my damn size, and just holds clothes in the air and looks at them to decide if it looks like it should fit. What size dish towel do you normally wear? A cheese and champagne gift set that had the champagne and most of the other goodies taken out of it. So cheese in a mostly empty box. I mean, was it good cheese? Yeah, it was Gouda. You gotta be kidding. A pet rat, based on me having told the gifter that when I was in elementary school I liked the school's pet rat. I was 26 when I received this gift. Rat turned out to be a very good rat boy, and we mourned his loss approximately 2 years later. I kinda love this. My sister had a snake drop almost on her head from the hood over the stove one winter. It was a cold winter, and it must have crawled in there to get warm from the heat rising off the stove. We figure it was someone's pet that either got out or they released. They are definitely not native here. So now she has a pet ball python. Obviously Rat Boy would not approve, but all the same, odd how good friends are made sometimes. I randomly went to some extended family Christmas event and they gave me a woven basket. Within 10 minutes, they had asked for the basket back. It meant something to them. I didn't really care. I thought it was odd and funny. LOL. Who does that? When I was a kid, 6 or 7, I had surgery on nearly all of the fingers on my dominant hand. The other hand came later. Scary surgery for a kid though pretty simple. Mostly boring and a few weeks of pain. My aunt, who I love, sent me a coloring book in the hospital as a cheer up / pass the time gift. If it's the thought that counts, I like to say, we should think hard. A lavender gift set, eye mask, cream, perfume, from my mother-in-law. I'm severely allergic to lavender, and she knows this. This could be malicious, or it could be that she equates you with lavender, but has forgotten why and just assumed it was because you like it. My stepmom thinks I have abnormally long arms. I don't. WTF. Because once while shopping a salesperson mentioned that the salesperson's daughter, who was about my size, had that problem, and therefore she recommended I try on the sweater I was considering. I didn't think much of it until the next Christmas, when they gifted me a coat that was far too large, so that the sleeves will be long enough. My stepmom got fussed by someone because she bought me a men's XXXL hoodie. Got accused of trying to give me an eating disorder among other things. It wasn't a malicious gift. I like hoodies so baggy they almost don't fit, and she wanted to make sure it would still be appealing if it went through the dryer. It was too. I loved it and wore it until it got torn up during a fall off the roof. It was tie-dyed and had a frog. I was once given some yeast, a cucumber and a pack of Toblerone for a secret Santa. Sounds like a party waiting to happen. No shit. Fucking throw all that shit in a garbage bag, add some water, and then hide it in the ceiling above your bunk for a few weeks. I got a 3-foot tall stuffed Mr. Peanut doll from my 89-year-old grandma for Christmas when I was 23. She said, I know how you like to collect things like this. Not sure what she was talking about. I did kind of love it though and still have it 12 years later. So she was right. My little brother bought me a How to Become a Male Model DVD. Got drunk with my buddy and his girlfriend. We were laughing the whole time. Then she wanted to watch it again, and they had a fight over it. When I was in college, my sister gave me a Donald Duck cement lawn ornament for Christmas. It weighed at least 40 pounds. I didn't have a lawn, and I didn't like Donald Duck. She has an excessive amount of lawn ornaments in her yard. I suspect that she realized that she hadn't gotten me anything as she was getting into her car and just grabbed the closest thing. I gave it away the next year at an after Christmas white elephant gift exchange. It was the best of the bad gifts. I appreciate the fact that you kept a 40-pound cement Donald Duck statue in your dorm for a year. For my 35th birthday, my mom cut some rags from my dad's old t-shirts. She very lovingly folded them and tied them with a ribbon. She also gave me a box of assorted buttons. Thanks. Edit. By old t-shirts I mean old pajamas, undershirts and an ancient flannel shirt. Not cool old sentimental t-shirts. My dad is still around wearing that stuff. I love the amount of effort she went through to give you rags. I got a can of shaving cream. I was 11 and couldn't grow a mustache to save my life. Still can't, and I'm pretty sure the can is still under my bathroom sink. Edit. Guys, I'm 24 now. You can have smooth legs. A toilet seat. A really cheap plastic padded one too. The bastard even wrapped it. Not me but my sister. Her mother-in-law gave her a single Christmas chair cushion. They are pretty wealthy and gave her one cushion. Not even a set. My sister tied it to the chair she was sitting on and left it there when they got up to leave. My mother every year for Christmas buys one dish towel for my sister's long-term boyfriend. One. Like, clearly part of a tacky set, but just one of the tacky set. You'd think she'd just complete the set in subsequent years, but you'd be wrong. Future brother-in-law has now become the proud owner of a horrible array mismatched tacky ass cheap dish towels. He thinks it's hilarious and loves to show them off. He's such a winner, and I admire the heck out of him. He should make them into a quilt and gift it back to her. A pair of red crotchless G-string panties by my Portuguese mother-in-law. I opened the gift with all the family around me, and I was holding it in my hands trying to figure out what it was, because I couldn't reconcile the thought of a crotchless G-string with my mother-in-law, while everyone else was laughing. It was her subtle hint that she wanted to be a grandma, I guess. The thing is, it was 3 sizes too small, so I couldn't put it on without snapping it in half. Maybe kids wasn't her only subtle hint. My youth pastor showed up to my house on my birthday and made a big deal about the gift he brought me. I opened it, and it was a dead squirrel he shot that day. What the heck? Yeah. That's like a half a meal. Ain't nobody putting just one in a crock pot. Am I right? A pack of Justin Bieber trading cards. Why would anyone want to trade those? I kept them for myself. LOL. My husband found Justin Bieber wrapping paper in clearance on day. We used them for every occasion after that. It was so sad when we ran out. OMG. I have this paper and mine is going strong. Every year someone gets the gift of Bieber. It's like from the time he got his first haircut and he makes sad praying hands. It's hilarious. My mom bought that exact paper and the roll is endless. She got it to wrap a gift for my niece during the height of Bieber fever and is still wrapping presents in it years after. My niece has way outgrown the Biebs now, but I bet she'll still get that paper this Christmas. A guinea pig. Just the guinea pig, no cage or anything. They gave it to me in a bucket. We kept it for a few months then gave it to my cousins. Gifting pets without it being pre-approved in some way is a horrible thing to do. Pets are a monthly expensive time and money. Not only that, but buying animals on impulse without researching or having what they need first is already shitty. To force that on other people is even shittier. Welp. Guess I got to go buy a proper cage and a second guinea pig so it doesn't get depressed. Thanks. I was 18. It was Christmas. I was not an electrician. My dad bought me a roll of electrical insulating tape. Last Christmas my mum got me a pair of XXL flannel pajamas. I'd been shopping with her the day she got them. She said they were for an aunt and bought myself some pajamas in a medium as we were talking about how I'd lost weight over the last couple of months since coming off my antidepressants. She also asked that day if I liked flannel and I told her I couldn't wear it because it causes my psoriasis to flare all over my body. Does your mom hate you by chance? A microwave. It wasn't even a nice one with unnecessary modern features. I fucking already had a microwave and it was from my girlfriend. Maybe it was a hint. 2 microwaves when you already have a good one. Maybe she's hinting at a 3-way since you already have a perfectly good girlfriend. Better ask her loudly and suddenly in public and report back here to tell us how it goes. Guy I worked with in community college bought me a pair of gorgeous diamond stud earrings. It was WTF because we had never spoken before that day. We weren't even acquaintances because we worked in different departments. He used this very expensive gift to ask me out. He asked me out for the weekend at his place. His exact first words were, "You look like a woman who knows she deserves the finer things. Merry Christmas." It was July. Needless to say, I did not accept. He started arguing that he'd bought this beautiful gift and why wasn't I thankful? I tried to explain that buying a crazy expensive gift for someone who doesn't know you puts them in a very difficult position. One I didn't appreciate being put in, but he wasn't having it. My coworker who worked the desk with me had to tell him, with a lot of cuss words and a couple threats bless him, that the dude needed to back the fuck down. That was the end of it for a while. Like 2 or 3 months. He never spoke to or bothered me again. Then I came into work one day and heard he'd been fired. A bunch of people were asking if I was okay and had he tried to do anything to me. I was freaked out and confused. I found out he had put a dead rat in the cabinet under where I stood at the service desk with a note that said something like just reminding you what you mean to me. I'm paraphrasing my coworker's paraphrase there because they wouldn't let me read it. Anywho, that's the story of how I got offered a desk job in the back and a 75-cent hourly raise. 16th birthday, then girlfriend's dad gifted me a pair of sexy red lacy thong panties. I still don't know if he was suggesting that I sleep with his daughter, his wife, or him.